How's it going, folks? Welcome back to the channel. It's good to see you. I hope you've had a good day. Got a few more matches we need to touch on today. We'll waste no time in doing that. If you'd like the video, get yourself subscribed to the channel. I'd appreciate it if you did. I think we're about 13 away. Round about 13 from 1,000. You know what to do. Get yourself involved. I'd love to have you. If you want to support the channel, link in the description, pin comments. You can just say thanks. It's entirely up to you. But very well then. First things first, I usually say let me know, did you manage to get any winners? But we only got through just the one match today. We had Demir Juma, Matteo Arnaldi. So if anyone had to go on that, anyone took Arnaldi, either which way, please do let me know. I'm still waiting on Cam Norrie and Tommy Paul. They still stand going in today. I'm still very happy with those. And we'll see if there's anything else. So first off for us is going to be, I think it's going to be Jakub Mensik and Alexander Bublik. Alright then. Cool. These have played each other twice before, head to head, one apiece. Mensik got this done over in Rotterdam earlier on in the season, indoor hard court. And then Bublik got it done last year over in Wimbledon. Very, very close game indeed. Won all 5 sets. I'd probably go with Mensik on this one. I would. Getting Mensik around 1.4. It's quite a big favourite, but I do think he is that much better than Bublik. Now, both of them, 2 decent wins for the pair of them. You know, we got 3 decent wins really. Bublik's played an extra game, beat Alex Michelsen, beat Popperin, and then he's just got it done against Andrei Rublev, as we all know. I think Mensik looked good too. I mean, a fairly solid game against Ethan Quinn. Went pretty much exactly how you'd expected it to. And then fast forward to the third round against Ben Shelton. He just made that look easy. He made that look easier than Ethan Quinn. He really did. 6-1, 6-4 for Mensik on the day. Destruction. Absolute destruction. We love that. I think he beats Bublik. I do. Now, although Bublik did get past Rublev, on paper, good win. I've seen a lot of people going, Rublev was shit, you know, Bublik done this, he was great. Look, I don't want to take anything away from him. I don't. But if you don't know, let me just enlighten you. You may or may not be aware, but even when I was watching that game, I was watching it going, Rublev's playing better than this guy. He's just beating himself, which is, it's a shame, but it's pretty much what we've been reduced to over the past season, with Andrei Rublev broke himself in that first set and then continued to play better. He absolutely drilled him in the second, and then he just beat himself up again in the third. You could be sitting there going, you're just coping. You're just coping because you took Rublev. Not exactly. I mean, I was aware of the danger. But let me fill you in, as Craig David would say. When I say, well, I probably haven't said this, but I will, and then I'll back it up. I was going to say it yesterday, but I thought, no, I'll save this. Rublev beat him in every single stat. He topped every single stat in that match that you could name, and he still didn't win. He still didn't win. You don't believe me? We'll go through every single one. Might take a minute, but just bear with me. Bublik and Rublev. Alright then. Double faults. We had 6 from Bublik, we had 2 from Rublev. Here's the percentages. First serve, 56 for Bublik, 75%. I'm going to say Bublik's first and then Rublev's just for speed. 56 on the first serve, 75. Second serve, we had 81 to 88. First serve points, 75% to 78%. Second serve points, we had 55 to 59. Obviously played the same amount of service games. Break points saved, we had 66% for Rublev, 4 out of 6, and then 2 out of 5 for Bublik, sitting just on 40%. Now you might be sitting there going, means nothing to me, means nothing to me. We'll go to the points. 73 total points for Rublev and then 65 for Bublik. 47 to 49, 18 to 24. Well, service points won, sorry. Can't just guess, can you? Service points won, 47 to 49. Receiver points won, 18 to 24. Max points in a row, 7 to 11. We go on to the games, 12 to 14. Service games won, 8 to 11. Max games in a row, 3 to 6. Are you keeping up? I know, it's unbelievable, isn't it? Rublev has beat him so far in every major stat. Even the return, first serve return points, 25% for Rublev, 22 for Bublik. Second serve return points, 41 for Bublik, 45 for Rublev. 13 return games played each, and then 2 break points converted for Bublik and 3 for Rublev. Like I said, every single statistic he played better than him. And I've seen it, I watched it, and he still played better and he still couldn't beat him. Bro just beat himself. You get me point. Surely you get me point. If you don't believe me, go and look yourself. Maybe that is just a waste of time. Maybe it doesn't mean anything. Maybe it means a lot. The eye test does mean a lot. Very, very lucky. And like I said at the start, I don't want to take anything away because on paper it's a very good result. Alexander Bublik has won 5 of his last 6. Not only did he get a little bit lucky against Andrei Rublev, he has noticeably been playing a hell of a lot better the past few weeks, so I will give him that. I just think Mensik's better. I do. He's clearly not struggling with the big serve. He dispatched Shelton like it was nothing. If he can wrap himself around this serve of Bublik, I expect more of the same. I do. I think he'll be able to outmaneuver him from the baseline. I'm just expecting Mensik to get this done. He's just pretty much, he's very, very similar to Bublik in a couple of ways, but he's a bit younger, he's a lot fitter, he's a lot more agile, he navigates that court a bit better. I think he's just got a little bit more about his game in the current day, so I probably would be siding with Mensik on that one. And we'll move on to probably a quicker one. We've got Daniel Medvedev and Baena. I've barely noticed Medvedev all week. How many games he played? Twice. I don't really think I've seen much of either of them. Yeah, he played Laszlo Zverev. Zverev pulled out of that one. Did he play him or was that a walkover? It was a walkover. Okay, never mind. And then he's just played one man well. Cerundolo 6-2. 6-2. What you'd expect. What you'd expect. We all know even Medvedev would be the first to tell you he doesn't really like the clay. But that doesn't mean he's shit on it. He's still a lot better than the majority on this surface. I would imagine he's going to be better than Baena today. You're getting Medvedev around 1.35, 1.4. They've played each other once before. That was over at Indian Wells 2 years ago. 6-4, 6-3 on the hard court. You'd look at what either one of these have ever really done over on the clay and you go, it's fairly similar. 13-7 last year for Baena, 11-5 for Medvedev. I think he's just that much better. I do. Neither one of these prefer the clay. You've just got to take it for what you know. Who's better? Who's more likely to win on the day? Probably Daniel Medvedev, right? I would probably take Medvedev against Baena any tournaments on the calendar. I probably would. Grass, clay, hardcore, outdoor, indoor, doesn't matter. I think Medvedev's got more than enough to beat this guy. I do. Not really a lot to talk about. Baena looked decent. He's looked decent all week. Got it done against Sebastian Offner. Probably should be. And then pulled off the minor upset. Let's say that he was a dog, only a slight one. Pulled off the minor upset against Flavio Cobolli, but that doesn't really surprise me that much. You know it doesn't. Not really the greatest win. You probably say I've been more impressed with Baena than I have Medvedev. It's just been somewhat routine from the Russian. I'm expecting more of the same. 1.4, it's an ideal parlay piece. It really is. If you want to parlay that with someone else to take a set or someone else to win, then be my Christopher guest. I would imagine Medvedev wins. I think this would be quite a big upset if Baena was to pull this off. I really do. And we'll see what happens. But I would be going with Medvedev in that one. Who have we got next? Who have we got next? Oh, really? Is it this one again? Very well. We've got Zverev and Cerundolo. Should be a good one, this. Should be a good one. You'd look at this at first glance and you go, oh yeah, Zverev probably doesn't, but hold your fucking horses. Just for a second, they've played each other twice before. Cerundolo's won both. Both of them coming on the clay fairly recently too. One this year over in Argentina. Got that done in 3 sets. The sets that he took as well, 6-3, 6-2. That was in the quarterfinals. And then he beat him in the round of 16 in this very tournament over in Madrid last season. Fucking whooped his ass as well, 6-3, 6-4. Now, contrary to what the head-to-head is telling me, I would believe Zverev can get this done. I probably would have expected Zverev to get it done maybe not in Argentina. But I don't know. Why can't Zverev beat Cerundolo? I'd have thought Cerundolo would have been a rather beatable opponent for this guy, for the number 2 in the world, wouldn't you? I don't know. Apparently not. Apparently not. Now, we see head-to-heads like this, although it's not that one-sided, it's only 2 games, you know, it is what it is. 2 fairly recent matches too. I don't know whether to read into it too much, but we do get head-to-heads like this. You do get certain matchups where you just can't beat them. You just can't beat them. You've tried and you tried and you just can't. And it's alright. We're getting Zverev around 1.6. That's as good as we've had him all week. And looking at what's left in the draw, I'd say that's probably as good as you're going to get him all week, roundabout, depending on who he ends up facing. 1.6, it's begging you to take him. It is begging you to take Zverev, but if you go with Zverev and he gets beat for the 3rd time in a row by this guy, you'll tell yourself you should have known better. You know you will. He has won 8 of his last 10. He's most definitely found what he's been looking for. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, my eyes went funny. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the bounce for the German, coming off that title over in Munich. And he hasn't really looked like slowing down over in Madrid. Got rid of Batista Agut, easy fashion. It was anything but easy against Davidovich Fokina. I will say that. He had a very, very tough game. He somewhat struggled against Guile. Dropped that first set 6-2. And then 2 tiebreakers is what was needed for Zverev to get that one done in the end. Now, if that was anyone else, that easily could have went either way. I think it was 7-3. 7-3 in that second tiebreaker, and then come to the final set tiebreaker, Guile just shit himself. Didn't even win a point, I don't think. I'd love to take Zverev today. I would love to take Zverev. He is most definitely the nailed-on favourite to go and take this title. I would have thought. I haven't checked, but I'm just assuming. Is he going to beat Cerundolo today? Oh, I was so close to saying surely he gets it done today, but why would he? It was close enough last time, you know what I mean? 3 sets a couple months ago in Buenos Aires. I don't know, man. It's not going to get easier for Zverev. It's not. You struggled that much against Davidovich Fokina. What are the odds you're going to come out against Cerundolo? Who I think Cerundolo's just fucking cruised through this tournament, by the way. Harold Mayo and then Comesaña, straight sets, the pair of them. Dead easy. Barely broke a sweat. But as you know, look, what I will say is this, Cerundolo at that price, it's not a bad shout. It's not a bad shout at all, even Cerundolo plus the points. I wouldn't be surprised to see Zverev get this one done. 3rd time lucky, you know. That's just my opinion. Good prices all around. Cerundolo on the spread, money line. I think there's decent value there, I do. While he's a dog, he's more than capable of pulling off the upset. It's when Cerundolo's a big favourite I have me concerns about him. So if you're going to go for him, folks, I wish you the best of luck. I really do. I don't think I can touch this one. Maybe an over spot. Maybe look at. I know there's a couple of years that like the total games played. I have had my eye on them. There's someone in the chat who puts them in all the time, and they always come in too. So I may have a look at them in the future myself. But yeah, you let me know. You tell me what we're doing on that one, and we shall wrap this shit up really, really quick with Taylor Fritz and Casper Ruud. Should be a good one, this. Good old Tay-Tay. Benjamin Bonzi fucked him up a little bit, didn't he? Struggled against Benjamin Bonzi. We said that. We said he will. I'm not that surprised. Bit disappointed that Bonzi couldn't see that out in the end. Took that first set, ended up dropping the second. It was very close, very tight, not much to separate the two. I wouldn't let that throw you. I wouldn't. I'll say for the last time, well, it's not going to be for the last time, but I'll say for the last time this tournament, Benjamin Bonzi's good. He's a lot better than what he cracks on. We've seen him play some fantastic tennis. He could have beat Taylor Fritz the other day. He definitely could have beat him. So I'm not looking at that. I've seen people go, Bonzi nearly beat him, Ruud's going to smash him. I don't know. I wouldn't be so sure about that. These have played each other 3 times before. I think one of them was an exhibition. Let's say 2-1. Head-to-head's 2-1 to Casper Ruud. Fritz beat him last year, the US Open. Casper Ruud beat him last year at the French Open. So it's kind of what I expected. Very close games. 3-1, both of them. I think both of these players are more than capable of beating each other, given the correct circumstances. Taylor Fritz, easy against Christopher O'Connell. 6-1, 6-4. And then the game against Bonzi, he was probably coming back to win that anyway, but he may not have done. Casper Ruud, easy match against Rinderknech. And then an easy game against Sebastian Korda, 6-3, 6-3. What you'd expect. It's Ruud on the clay, innit? If you're going to trust him, you're probably going to trust him on the clay. I say that he's fantastic. He's all-terrain, is Casper Ruud. Shit out on the hard court. Even better on the clay. He's been fantastic this season, 17-6 overall. But it wouldn't be fair to say he's been fantastic without saying the same for Taylor Fritz, because he's went 16-6, 2-0 on the clay, as opposed to 5-2 for Casper Ruud. Close game. Tough one, man. Real tough one to predict. That's 8 out of the last 10 for Taylor Fritz. That's going back to Indian Wells. And then 7 out of the last 10 for Casper Ruud, and that's going back to Miami. You pay your money, you take your choice. Who's going to win this? There can only be one. I think Taylor Fritz has looked good this week. I do. I think he's looked good enough to be able to hang in there with Casper Ruud. Maybe even beat him. I don't know, Casper Ruud's so beatable. So beatable on the day. These courts in Madrid are a bit faster than others, so it probably would suit Taylor Fritz a little bit more than other surfaces around Europe and South America, for that fact. I don't know. I say the faster court, it is still clay, you know what I mean? So we are still dealing with slower conditions. Like, don't get that twisted. I'm not expecting it to be 1-2 and done either way. If anyone's going to win this in straight sets, you would probably say Casper Ruud, right? And I'm not saying that with much conviction. It's just, if you had to pick, court conditions do favour Casper Ruud. They really do. I think it gives him a hell of a lot of a better chance to take out Taylor Fritz in a bit more of an impressive fashion than what it would, let's say, over on the hardcourt US Open type of conditions, you know. I don't know. Something's telling me Taylor Fritz. Like me head saying Casper Ruud wins this one, but me heart saying, I don't know, Taylor Fritz is more than capable of pulling off the upset. This isn't really an upset. If Fritz was to win this, I think he's more than capable of doing so. He's ranked a lot higher than Casper Ruud. I say a lot higher. Is that right? Is that updated? 4th to 15? Is Casper Ruud 15th in the world? What? Is that right? I don't know. I'm not too sure if that's right. It wasn't he around like I don't know. It's neither here nor there. But yeah, Taylor Fritz, 4th in the world. I'd probably say a lot more trustworthy. I think these have only played it's the twice on the tour. I'm looking at the other games. World Tennis League, Masters Cup, ATP 2022. One apiece for like tour level. Well, one apiece for slams anyway. I don't know. You'd probably go with Casper Ruud, right? You'd probably lean with Casper Ruud. I think Casper Ruud, at least for a set, is a parlay piece if you want to play it safe. I'd just do that. But I am really unsure about this one. This could go down to the wire. Either one could take it. Take either for a set. Take either one to win it. You pay your money, you take your choice, you flip a coin. You see what happens with this one. Should be a cracker nonetheless. I think that's going to do us. That's going to do us. Like I said at the start, we've still got the majority of those matches that we touched on yesterday to go through today. So, providing we've got power and there's no fuckery, we should be in for a very, very decent day indeed. Can't wait for it, as always. Let me know what you're going for, best bets and all that. If you've changed your mind from yesterday, obviously let me know on that too. I'm still going with Cam Norrie, and I'm still going with Tommy Paul. I don't know if I'm going to go for anything today. I might do. I will assess the situation while I'm uploading this video. And I'll be saying good night to you folks. You take care of yourself, yeah, you take it easy. Take care of one another, most importantly. You like and subscribe, yeah? Like and subscribe. We're so close to 1,000. So close to 1,000. It's going to be very, very soon. Could be this week. Could very well be this week. You never know. But alright then. Let's go get that cash, yeah? Let's hope we actually get some fucking games today, right? Fingers crossed, folks. Best of luck to you, as always. I appreciate you stopping by and taking the time to chill for 20 minutes, half an hour every night. It means a lot to me, you know it does. But okay then. Let's go get that cash again today. Enjoy the tennis, as always, and I'll see you tomorrow.